Hello investors and traders, today I'll speak about the stock market, main indexes, brand, B2C, TLT, and of course its technical analysis of the chart. So let's start as usual with S&P 500, the mass flagman US index. So here in my mind there is still a potential, maybe we may see the fifth wave, but now pay attention that now we already 41.17, so continue to grow, but we saw the inflation still 6%, the interest rate, the Fed fund rate in US now about 5%, so it's very tough economical and conditions and environments. And now don't forget that by this week we're starting the reporting quarter, so we see how the quarterly reports will influence the stock market. But I remind you still that heavily I'm not buying stocks in this level. At this point I'm expecting to see the stock market lower. Here in my mind there is a decreasing diagonal, the first, the second, the third, the fourth, and most probably I think, yeah, of course it's my opinion, we may see another move down. But anyway, the Nasdaq also continue to grow. Now it's 30,000 points already. And by the way, the Nasdaq is down more than 20% since from its high levels. But here also I'm not buying now Apple, Google. I prefer to buy dividend stocks like WBA, AT&T, Philip Morris. For me this year I prefer to buy dividend stocks and of course receive a stable cash flow. The US no, it's not US, it's the Brent, the oil price. So here still here it's my main scenario. I think it was the first wave, the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth. So I'm expecting to see another move up. It maybe the fifth wave. In this case, the growth potential is about 60-70%, and most probably we may be traded higher than $100. I don't know, of course, what will be the case for such a scenario, but the Elliott wave analysis is telling me that there is still a high probability to see another fifth wave here. The B2C, the Bitcoin price, oh my gosh, it's higher than 30,000 by the way. All this year I told you that my destination, yes, my target for B2C, the Bitcoin, is 30,000. Now I will leave a link at a video that I made at the beginning of the year. Yes, so my target is 30,000. I had a B2C in my portfolio. Now I closed this position. I closed at 28,000, made about 70%. So for me it's enough. Here, by the way, I can tell you, yeah, here the B2C, it's clear 5-wave move, it's impulse, and I can tell you the target. Of course, it's not for sure. But let me check if it's the third way, the fourth. Yeah, so the target is about here, the 160%. It can be 33%, so it's, yes, it's most probably it can be here, and the potential to grow for the fifth wave, and the potential to grow about 10%. It's telling me the Fibonacci levels. But look, here the RSI, the momentum indicator, is already 68. So the Bitcoin oversold. That one of the reasons why some sold. I sold somewhere here. I sold the position, sold my asset. 30,000. Yeah, it's great. It's a nice performance since the beginning of the year. Is more than 80%. The Bitcoin showed already. So everybody who has a Bitcoin in your portfolio or a stock related portfolio, congratulations, very good investment in this year. Let's move to the TLT, the US Treasury ETF. I have already have position in this asset. So here what I can say, the It's one of the safest assets in the whole stock market. It's already also paid dividend. The dividend yield is more than 2%, and it's up since the beginning of the year about 5%. So it's a very very in my mind safe investment. Of course, don't forget that the TLT is down from its high levels. It down about 37%. So why not to buy US Treasury bond? I think that when the Fed fund rate 5%, when the Fed may or just will hint that they finishing their tightening monetary policy, of course, we may see a spike and a very strong bounce in this asset, in the TLT, in this US Treasury ETF. But until then, for me, it's not a problem. For 5%, 5% growing this year and receive a stable cash flow with the dividend payments. I remind that the dividend payments this ETF paying monthly, so for me it's very convenient, and I'm not upset holding this asset in my portfolio. Let's move to the next one. It's the US dollar index. Now it's 102. So most probably the 5% of the Fed fund rate is can be the sealant. Maybe it will be 5.25, 5.5, but anyway, then we may see a decreasing in the interest rates, and of course the US dollar may become weaken and weaken. So that's the expectation that the stock market participants also see. What we see from its high level, the USD, the DXY is already down more than 10%. So I'm also expecting a move down. My target is about 92, 93. Maybe not in this year, but towards the end of next year. I'm expecting, of course, the DXY to see a little bit lower. And now we continue to trade in the inverted yield curve. I remind you that the yield of US Treasury bond, the 10-year minus the 2-year bond, is now negative. It's about 60 points below zero. So that's why it's one of the signals, and that the recession in the next 12 months just may come. So we saw it was the same like in the 2007, 2008. By the way, the COVID crisis here also, it was a negative one. So generally speaking, when we see an inverted yield curve, it's a problem with for the stock market from the bond market, because in the next in the same year or the next year we may see really recession in the US economy, and of course in this period all the equities, all the bonds, they usually under pressure. That's why I sold my position in BTC, in Bitcoin. That's why I'm holding, continue to hold share in the TLT, the US Treasury bond. I think it's quite safe now, and of course I have a lot of cash, because when we may see a decreasement in the S&P and the Nasdaq, maybe 20-30%. So in this time I heavily start to heavily buy stocks. So if you're interested what will happen with the stock market, which stocks I will choose, my top picks in this period, so of course don't forget to subscribe to my channel, stay updated, and see you the next time. Bye.